Buenas tardes, buenas tardes. Santi, ¿qué pasa, Nacho? Bueno, vamos a echar el desafío este.
There you are. I have a request for you. It has to do with that plot to assassinate Lady Rhea. The bishop leading the Western Church was some... And speaking of the Western Church, there was also that enough is enough. So now the Knights of Ceros have... I thought you and your students could come with us. Because you wield the sword of the... Lady Rhea is going to personally execute... I want your help protecting her. So, what do you say? Will you come?
Excuse me. I'd love to...
Ash, you were listening in? It's not up to you whether you can come along.
Please, this is important to me.
Your adoptive father, Lord Lonato, had connections. I understand that you want answers. But our objective is to punish, not to investigate.
I won't get in the way. I promise.
What do you say, Professor? Keep in mind, we would be bringing the whole class, not just Ash.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
There she is, the sneaky little Archbishop Rhea. I'll bring judgment upon you in the goddess's stead.
They're using the fog as cover to ambush us. What a cheap ploy.
It won't do any good to get annoyed, Catherine. That voice. We are up against a faction of bishops.
They've shown themselves at least, so we won't have to go to the trouble of finding them. All right, you got a death wish? Come at me! You really want to fight against Thunder, Catherine? Please, Professor, don't let Lady Rhea get hurt. Our mission isn't just to wipe out all the enemies, but also to protect Lady Rhea. Ready?
Vale, hay que protegerla. Esto se sale de la bola.
I'll crush them all.
Stay focused.
Vale.
What should I...
Let us away.
To work.
Here we go.
I'm on it. I'll give it my all.
Ready.
I'll cut through.
Vale, vamos a ver qué hace. ¿Te la han cargado?
I did what I had to. I will. Over already? Nice try.
Saw that coming. Who's next?
Finish.
You never had a chance. I will get stronger yet. That worked out well. Over already.
No podrán con nosotros, chavales.
Who's next?
Vale, pues mira, tú a tu casa. Y a una. ¿Cómo que fallo?
That is that.
Nice form.
Espérate. Eso ahí no. Porque está en.
I'm on it.
Vale.
I'll
Vale.
You're weak.
Stay focused.
Vale.
Yeah.
Vale,
Should I have
tocha.
held back?
I'll crush them all. To work.
Es una cazadora que trabajáis.
Are we done?
Here we go.
Duramos.
What should I do?
No. Vale, ya.
I'll cut through.
A tu casa.
Is that all?
Ready.
I'll give it my all. I got
Dios. Ha atravesado, sí.
you. The fight continues. Is this a joke? Lady Rhea!
Hold the line! Don't let them attack Lady Rhea again! Too slow!
Vale, chavales, no os había visto ninguno. Muy buenas a todos. Líneas populares, David Pastor, Cruz, Santi. Chicos, dejad un fuerte like en el vídeo, ¿vale? Y suscribiros a mis canales destacados, porfa.
As expected.
No mueres, pero vamos. Me quedaría bien.
That was tough.
ver.
I won't hold back. In the goddess.
Han matado a esa, no puede ser.
Stay focused.
Oh. I'm on it.
Hijo de
Crush
puta,
them all.
No falla.
Not so fast.
Ready.
Yo estoy igual, pero ¿qué estoy haciendo, tío?
I'll cut through.
Ready.
I'll give it my all.
I'll crush them all.
What should I do?
To work.
I'm on it.
Here we go. I feel
Joder, maldito, ¿cómo está?
I'll go.
No sé por qué falla, tío.
I must steel myself.
You didn't give it your all. You fought well.
What's next?
All for Lady Rhea.
Por ahí hay peña.
Stay focused.
Yeah, yeah.
Silenced.
Criticazo ahí.
Wide!
You're out of luck.
Great job.
Venga, a ver que no es. Ahora este, vale. Nivel 20 ya. Sylvain.
This
Está hecho ya, chaval.
I'll help.
Nivel 23.
It's time.
El baile.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
No puede quedar mucho más. Aquí estaban estos. Joder, ¿cómo me matan a este, tío?
Can't move.
Vale, por ahí van a venir también ahora. Vamos, enemigos, venid para acá.
It all comes down to this.
Strength is all for a mercenary.
I'm up for it.
Gotcha. Be gone. What should I do?
Ready.
I aim for greatness.
Stay vigilant. Boring.
I'll cut through.
Madre. Hostia, la verdad.
You never chance.
It seems that taking out the priest has stopped the reinforcement. We should be able to stop them.
I'll crush them all.
Here we go.
Stay focused.
It's not over yet.
Pues nada, queda eso solo. Lo vamos a matar. Sí, la persona que
I'm on it.
¿No puedes, joder?
You've got to try.
What's next?
They will not be able to send.
Good work, Lady Rhea. Let's run.
Pues 10 quedan. ¿Dónde están? Ahí por ahí.
give it my all.
To work.
No entiendo.
Goddess, have mercy.
It would have been better if we'd captured the bishop. What now, Lady Rhea?
We must go to the headquarters of the Western.
Let us help too.
I am sure you will be a great help.
Nada, dando un batallón ahí, luego. $20 horas ya de Fire Emblem, chavales. 20 horas más.
Thanks, Professor. I really appreciated your help with the investigation. That's it for today. Head back to Garreg Mach. The church will have to choose a new bishop and do whatever else
Chicos,
is
tenéis que
necessary
dejaros
to
un
rebuild
like,
the
¿vale?
Western
En el
Church.
vídeo, ya que
Lady
estáis
Rhea is
consiguiendo
grateful to all
switch
of them.
gratis.
She said she would send along a reward. You should feel very proud. Receiving a gift directly from Lady Rhea is exceedingly rare. Still, that was a real mess, huh? For them to come out and charge us so boldly. As am I. We kept Lady Rhea safe, thanks to you. Hey, where did Ash go? I haven't seen him for a while. That may be it. I hope he's not getting in the way. There you are, Ash. We were just talking about... Why the brooding expression? Hey, what's that bundle of papers in your hand?
This was given to me. It has to do with my family. I haven't finished reading it all yet. But I think it might offer some clues about something I need to know. Professor, Catherine, thank you for letting me come with you on this mission. I'd better get ready to go.
It's a little painful to watch. I do hope that those papers, whatever they are, will help him get over his past. I suppose it's time for us to start heading back to the monastery.
Bueno, perdón, chavales. Vamos a seguir.
This is the only ball of the year, and I see why. Everyone is absurdly excited. Your Highness, you sound so detached. We are all encouraged to enjoy the ball tomorrow. Right you are. What a burden.
I never thought we'd see eye to eye, but I agree. I'd rather be swinging my blade than wasting my time with some girl at a ball.
Felix, Your Highness, you must be joking, right? This is our chance to dance with all of the ladies of the Academy to our heart's content. You wish to throw away the best day of the whole year for sword practice? Insanity, I tell you.
I'm pretty excited about the ball myself. It's not like we get to do things like this very often.
Too true, Ash. In fact, I'm going to do you a favor and give you a crash course in chatting up girls. By tomorrow, you'll be an expert.
Actually, I'd much prefer if someone could just teach me how to dance.
Don't worry about the dancing part. I can teach you that easy. It's time for the ball. That warrants at least a tiny bit of makeup, don't you think, Ingrid? Just a smidge.
Maybe. I'll think about it.
It's settled. Tomorrow morning we'll meet up in Ingrid's room. Ooh, I can't wait.
You know, there's no telling where life will take us after we leave here. If only we could find a way to come together again, just like this.
A fine notion, Your Highness. Perhaps 5 years from now?
5 years from now. Ah, that's when Garrigmach Monastery will be holding its Millennium Festival.
By then, we'll be addressing Your Highness as Your Majesty instead.
That's right. I suppose we all know it's coming, but by then you'll be far removed from us.
Come now, you know me better than that. My title may change, but I won't. And it won't just be me, you know. 5 years from now, you'll all have your own stuffy positions to contend with. But as I understand it, the festivities at the Millennium Festival will be of a scale far beyond anything we've yet seen. In other words, the perfect excuse for all of us to return here.
Ooh, a reunion? That sounds fun. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
I'd love for you to be there as well, Professor. After all, you're the heart of the Blue Lion House. Good. Then it's settled. Of course, if something happens and I'm not able to attend,
It's true. I'm sure being a king will keep you busy, but it's a bit early to be backing out of your own plans, don't you think?
yes, I suppose you're right. I'm sorry. You have my word. I will.
Oh. Rico. Vamos ahí, chavales, dejaros un like. Muchas gracias por pasaros a todos. David Pastor. Qué imbécil. Goku.
Running away? I understand. You hardly have the time to breathe in there. It must be hard to be the favorite teacher at the ball. Was that a joke? I find it hard to tell with you. Just think.
Professor, what are you doing here? No, I should think not. As a child, Edelgard taught me how to dance. It was a bit awkward, honestly. I've told you before that we're siblings by marriage, haven't I? Her birth mother was my stepmother. Although I didn't know that at the time, my stepmother treated me with such kindness, just as though I were her own, and yet she never so much as hinted that she had her own child. We were born and raised in different territories, without ever knowing the other even existed. Yet, against all odds, for just over a year, we became childhood friends. Indeed. Unaware of each other's stations or backgrounds, we met and became incredibly close. This was when she and Lord Arundel were living in the kingdom. They were in exile. This was a time of great turmoil within the empire. I ran into her when visiting Lord Arundel's residence with my father. At first, I found her to be difficult and stubborn. But that's around the time when she taught me how to dance. Her instruction was, oh, let's call it strict, to put it nicely.
You're supposed to lead with your right.
No, the sun's going down. I really ought to be heading home. That 1 year before she had to return to the Empire was so much fun. The time of my life in many ways. It's kind of pathetic to think about it all these years later. But can you guess what I gave her as a parting gift? No, that makes too much sense. Actually, in Fargus, we've long considered blades as tools of destiny, as a way to cut a path to a better. She was being dragged all over, unable to live the life she wanted. However, that was many years ago. I'm afraid it's far too late for that. Things are... Anyway, I'm feeling a bit out of place here. Festivities like this don't suit me. Professor, will you join me for a bit? You must be getting a bit tired of the ball by now. It's quiet here, isn't it, Professor? That reminds me. Do you know the legend associated with the Goddess Tower? Is that right? You don't strike me as the sort to enjoy. They say that wishes made in this tower will come true. I wonder who came up with such a silly notion. Legends are legends, nothing more. I doubt there are many who really believe that wishes can be granted. The goddess just watches over us from above. That is all. No matter how hard someone begs to be saved, and even if she did, we lack the means to reach out. That's how I feel about her. In any case, I suppose there's no harm in passing the time with silly legends. What do you say, Professor? Care to make it? We are here on the night of the ball. Why don't you try wishing for something? A wish of my own. I suppose my wish is for a world in which no one would ever be unjustly taken from us. Or something. Thank you, Professor. Although, perhaps it would make more sense for me to wish that we'll be together. Well now, Professor, you must admit I've improved in the art of joke-telling. I'm sorry. I guess that was rather thoughtless of me. Honestly, I do regret saying such a thing. Please, think nothing of it. I've blurted out irresponsible things like that to my classmates. Promises that we'll see each other again and the like. I have no business making such promises for the future. There are certain things that I must accomplish, even if it means risking my life. I may not even have a future to promise to someone. We should head back soon. It's rude of me to keep you all to myself. Shall we, Professor?
Chicos, quitaros de juegos por posaros, iros dejando un like, ¿vale?
It seems that everyone is having a delightful time. Will you not dance some? How dull of you. Had I a body of my own? Oh, you're not the only one who feels that way. I'm bored beyond Oh, come on, hurry up. I know that you are curious to see what she is up to. I hear someone singing.
Lector Litro, tienes que suscribirte al canal y si quieres que me suscriba al tuyo tienes que dejar un comentario para cuando acabe el directo me suscribo.
Actually, it is not that I have heard it. Did I once sing that song to someone? No, there's more. I wrote this song. Oh, but how could that be so? If that were true, then how could she be singing it? Unless... No. I am suddenly so exhausted. As are you, no doubt? Quickly then, to bed with you.
Todo aquel que deje un comentario, luego me suscribiré a su canal, ¿vale? Una vez finalizado el directo. Vamos a hacer la misión.
Thank you so much.
Captain? Captain! Where are you? Hey, Professor, have you seen your old man? Too bad. I guess it will have to be you then.
I'm back. Sorry for the delay. My last mission took longer than expected.
Captain, thank goodness you're here. There are reports of demonic beasts near the chapel.
Nonsense. I haven't heard anything about the monastery's walls being breached.
That's why I'm heading there now, to see what's really going on. You'll join as well, won't you?
Of course. We're both sworn to protect this place.
It's odd. Just before they appeared, Someone saw a number of students. They were apparently acting strange, as though they weren't. Shortly after, demonic beasts started to appear. What?
The students. There's no way those demons. But none of that matters right now. We need to act. Go summon your students. Damn it. I wanted to talk to you about something important, but there's no time. There's never any damn time. But this is much more urgent, so it can hold for now. I'll meet you there.
Well, is that the one? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Is that the one? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. 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 Is that the thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Is that thanks a bunch. Is that thanks a bunch. Come back.
There really are demonic beasts here. They're emerging from the... I'll head that way. The rest of you, protect the student.
Help me! These beasts!
Bueno, hay 4 estudiantes, uno en cada esquina.
I'll go. I'll give it my all.
What should I do?
Let us away.
I'm on it.
To work.
Here we go.
Ready.
Stay focused.
I'll cut through. beast.
Your trouble.
Now's our chance.
No, ¿qué hago, tío?
With this many demonic beasts, getting to the check.
We're at your side.
It's time.
Move carefully. That's how it goes.
Demonic beasts were actually.
Bueno, ya hemos hablado.
Thank you, but
Vale.
Are we done?
También
No,
buena.
Rose.
Qué buena es, macho. La arquera del coco.
not bad. Not bad at all.
Tira para adelante.
Let's see you dodge this.
Qué eficaz. Se la ha reventado todo. El limite. Está muy jugado, tío. Oh. Eso está muerto, ¿eh?
You can count on us.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Focused.
It was.
Ya, bastante ha podido curar aquí. Venga, ahí aguanta, champion. Esa es. Nada, ahora Inlet no ha llegado.
Right where I want it.
Yo, 96. Ha reventado, chico.
I
I'll give it my all.
Vale. Claro, no, ahora que lo he dado.
Should I fall back?
Algo de quita. Ah, por culo. Bueno,
that one is expected.
Sorry.
bueno, chavales, lo vamos a dejar aquí. Voy a hacer unas cositas y ahora en un rato volvemos, ¿vale? Con otro jueguecito.
Isn't a trace. This must have something to do with Remire. Perhaps.
Wait!
Huh? Another student? Run along now.
Thanks for all your help, sir. You're just a pathetic old man. How dare you get in the way of my brilliant plan?
Run along now.
Thanks for So this is where your father lived. Are you still crying? If turning back the hands of time was not enough to save his life, you must accept what came to pass was fate.
Vale, ya estoy.
Control yourself. Though Gerald's death was at the hands of wicked ones, a fate is still a fate. Oh, your father said to look for something here. He must have been referring to whatever is behind that bookcase there. Your father's diary. Well. These entries here are from before your birth. He seems to... Oh.
Day 20 of the horseboat moon. All is cloudy. I can't believe she's dead. Lady Rhea said she died during childbirth. But is that the truth? Still, the child she traded her life for doesn't make a sound. Didn't even cry. Day 25 of the horseboat moon. It's raining. Lady Rhea says not to worry about a baby that doesn't cry. I had a doctor examine the child in secret. He said the pulse is normal, but there's no heartbeat. Day 2 of the wyvern moon. Sunny. But the church is always watching us. I used to think the world of Lady Rhea. Now, day 8 of the wyvern moon. More rain. Lady Rhea is in a state over the news, but I can't change.
Ahora lo que quiere decir aquí
Well now, that
es
baby must be you. That means...
Lady Rhea quería matar a nuestro personaje, a Violet, cuando era un bebé. Porque era algo especial.
There you are. Lady Rhea, and after your audience, why don't you join me at the dining hall? You haven't eaten since... Forgive me. I suppose it's as for what happened to Gerald. Stay here until you've found some peace.
Gracias, Demetri.
We'll be waiting for you whenever you're ready to return. I don't believe it's a sign of strength to taking the time to grieve for those we've lost. That said, it's also that's when you have to figure out what it is you're living for. Then you can... 4 years ago in Dusker, I experienced the same. My father was the strongest man I knew. My stepmother, the kindest person I had ever known. Everyone who I considered precious.
Joder, qué triste, macho.
Now, the burden of the work they left behind falls on me. It's a heavy burden, but accepting it gave me the strength to pick myself up. Gerald is gone. Look deep in your heart, and I've probably bothered you enough for today. Even now, Sedith is gathering the knights to begin a full-scale... It may not be right away, but before long they will find their trail. No matter what happens or what anyone may say, know that I plan to stand by you, Professor.
Well, did you search deep within yourself as he suggested? And this book is filled with secrets yet unknown. But I have at least figured I know now why our fates are intertwined.
Professor, I have been waiting for you. I am filled with grief at the loss of our Gerald was an ally of many years. It was a long while back. At the time, he was injured in battle. After that, he became a knight of Seros. He fell in love with one. Their love produced a child. It was her decision. Your father never truly accepted. Your mother, she was my...
Sorry for the interruption, Lady Rhea. A report from the knights patrolling the area.
Very well. Professor, please rest and focus on...
Ajá. No nos ha dicho quién es la madre al final. Vale. Ahora sí que sí, chavales. Ahora se acaba la historia esta y corto. Me tengo que ir.
Part 1. White Clouds. Guardian Moon.
Joder.
Where the goddess dwells. Long ago, the guardian Seros made an appearance in this world. She had been summoned by the goddess, whose soul was suffering as the flames of the raged in his form. Some believe that high in the sky of Seros, the immaculate ones, mighty wings, were out of the strong winds carrying the guardian forces into battle.
Venga, 5.000 de moneditas. Aquí estos que lo han hecho muy bien. Ah, pues
What
no.
are you doing at this
Joder,
hour?
tengo más historia.
Oh, I know. You are eavesdropping. I must admit that I approve.
Ay.
Professor, we must remain quiet.
I see. The Flame Emperor and Monica. And the mage who
Not yet, Professor.
An unexpected chance to hear their plans. patient. Oh, thank you. You saved me.
If you were to die, then the mystery of our bodies would be revealed. I'm afraid you must remain, Kronya.
Oh, of course. I'm always happy to cooperate with Solon. Leave it to me.
How annoying.
Flame Emperor, is she offending you? Unfortunately, we can't. You are our greatest creation. We used the defiled beast's blood. Now is the time to cleanse Fodlan with that power.
There will be no salvation for you, Look. Those responsible for such gruesome deeds in Dusker and Enmar.
All so that you may acquire the strength you need. All for a purpose.
I've got you. If we don't act now, we'll miss our chance.
Even if someone has overheard us, there is nothing they can do. There have always been rats in the walls, and there always will be.
No. The dagger. No, never mind. It couldn't possibly be so. Professor, those are the ones we must destroy. They're the bastards who killed my family and Gerald. For now, let's return to the monastery and regroup. As for the Flame Emperor's dagger, I'll hold on to it for the time being.
Vale, chicos, lo cortamos aquí, ¿vale? Un saludito a todos y nos vemos en un ratito.